Mitchell Sr. is God.
Right.
That's shenanigans.
He was released. Listen up, y'all.
Y'all listen up.
He was released on parole in 2001 on the condition of not reconnecting with his old congregation. He died of prostate cancer in 2007. Everything we read in here, Christ laid his life down. Now I just want to show you the family also. His sister, youngest sister, Leonora Mitchell, is a noted soprano who sang at the Metropolitan Opera. His sister is an opera singer, top of the chain. She's an Israelite, but Leonora Mitchell. Look her up, and it'll link back everything to who we talking about.
What the stage name? Leo T. Price?
No, that was another. That's a different one. She Leona Mitchell. Leonora Price is a little bit different, but Leona Mitchell is the one. She just sang on that level and sang with Leotone a couple times. But her name is Leona Mitchell. Their last names are Mitchell. From Enid, Oklahoma, of the Pentecostal doctrine. Nowhere in here that makes Christ to have bowed a knee to Baal. If he say I got 7,000 souls, I ain't never dropped a knee to Baal, what he looked like being in the Air Force and in the Muslims and in the Pentecostal doctrine. And then he becomes the Messiah of the world. What we read that in Genesis to Revelation.
Y'all see the tomfoolery, the buffoonery. You see that? And that's to get you compromised in spirit and soul, and then you bow the knee.
Hold it down, y'all.
You're like, dang, his afro is perfectly trimmed. It is quite short. I didn't feel a force when he walked in the room. Maybe my prayer might be. Dang. You trembling at the kneecaps. Next thing you know, you're getting your kneecaps dusty, bowing to a sinner.
And understand this, y'all, his photos in that book show him sitting at a table like this, and two of his soldiers got a boy holding him like this, and it says, Ben Yahweh marks out a member, name out of the book of life. Here he got a marker with paper and scratching out, and this boy just trembling, just shaking, crying. I'm telling y'all, see, we dealt with this back in the late 80s to brother no cousin said that man is here on earth, and my partner that on the radio said, oh, partner, you got to be high as the cost of living. Who you talking about? Leon Mitchell? He said, go down to the library and get this book. Bruh said he kept going over it in his head all night. You high as the cost of living. You high as the cost of living. He was in charge of the guns for this group, and his mission was, I'm going to silence him for talking about Leon Mitchell like this until the Spirit drove him to the library where he said he had to keep putting quarters in the meter because he was sitting there and didn't want to go in. And finally got the nerve after an hour and went in and asked him, do y'all have a book by Brother Love? And she says, yes, aisle 4, shelf number, he swallowed. And when he went over there and the regal room pictures was the first thing he said, then I wanted to kill him because he got me. He got me.
Y'all heard it? The guy, the dude, it was a brother, it wasn't bro. He's still one of our brothers, Jacob. Well, Jacob Israel, Hebrew 1. Channel on YouTube is Mr. Hebrew 1. Still do shows every Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Going over scriptures, roaring. You know what I'm saying? But that's how this camp got started. Him brought down, 30 years ago. You feel me? Now, they was blasting Leon Mitchell. Then on the radio, they had a radio show. They was blasting him then. And the dude that was coming up to kill Jacob. He was in charge of the guns. Straight true story, bro. I'll tell you today. He said he was on his way up here to kill the Hebrew 1 Jacob. Right? That's right. I went and did the research. You higher than the cost of living. Went to the library. You got a book called Brother Love? Oh, yes, we do. Went and grabbed it and realized he'd been hoodwinked. Yeah. That's a serious thing right there, man. Yeah. It's a serious thing. And it shows you how far people will go to even silence you because you're bringing out some truth. Mm-hmm. Remember, your life is on the line. Remember, Christ was bringing out so much truth, they was trying to stone him. That's right. It's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? But again, we must earnestly contend for the faith. Let's go to Matthew 22.
Y'all understand that it ain't never personal.
Yeah. Never. Let's go to Matthew 22. It said, The Lord said unto my Lord, right? So, without the proper precept, I can say that's Yahweh ben Yahweh.
Right.
Right? But with the proper precept, we can disprove that. All right, so let's go. Let's get the precept for Psalms 110. It's Matthew 22nd chapter, verse 41 to 46. Matthew 22, 41 to 46. This is major, so that way, if somebody come up to you and tell you Elijah Muhammad, look at Elijah Muhammad is the Messiah, then you can do the same thing. If he's the Messiah, he has to fit the bill.
Absolutely. It ain't gonna be nothing on it.
Everything about him in the Torah, or what they call the Tanakh today, must fit the life of whoever they claim is the Messiah.
Right.
And if it ain't Jesus of Nazareth, then who? If you saying somebody else because you can twist your lips in this country,
That's right.
and say whatever you want because it's freedom of speech, right? But if you supposed to prove it, right? And we talking spiritual rap, anybody can talk, right? But if we got to go to the scripture to prove it, you ain't gonna be able to prove nobody other than the undisputed, only begotten Son of God is Jesus Christ of Nazareth, 2,000 years ago, crucified under Pontius Pilate in the sepulchre 3 days and 3 nights, then resurrected.
That's right.
Without a shadow of a doubt. But you got to be able to prove that. Final answer. Final answer. All right, come on, bro. Let's get it. Matthew 22. What was David talking about? 41 to 46.
Matthew 22, verse 41. While the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them, saying, What think ye of Christ? Whose son is he? They say unto him, the son of David.
See that? So Christ got a little discourse with the Pharisees, who were the top preachers in Israel back in the day. What you think about Christ? Whose son is he? Oh, son of David. Real quick answer, right? Come on, bro.
He said unto them, How then doth David in spirit call him Lord, saying, The Lord said unto my Lord, Sit thou on my right hand, till I make thine enemies thy footstool. If David then call him Lord, how is he his son?
Question.
Right.
See that? Busted their head with that. Come on, bro.
And no man was able to answer him a word, neither does any man from that day forth ask him any more questions.
You can't even answer that. You feel me? Whose son is he? That's another debate online. Whose son is he? Oh, son of David through Joseph.
That's right.
Huh? You can't explain how before he ever came in the flesh, he already was on the right hand of the Father on high. Prophesied to be the priest after the order of Melchizedek, and prophesied to return and conquer the earth.
That's right.
Not come back and be born someplace else and die from prostate cancer.
That's right.
It's not adding up. It don't make sense. You got something y'all would done?
Yeah, I got a precept. The book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 34 and 35, it says, For David is not ascended into the heavens, but he said himself, The Lord said unto my Lord, Sit thou on my right hand, until I make thy foes thy footstool.
Yeah.
Therefore, let all the house of Israel know, assuredly, that God hath made that same Jesus, whom ye have crucified, both Lord and Christ.
See that? He's Lord, meaning master, and the anointed.
Right. Now anybody that's following the July mention, you ask them, what separates, how come David Koresh ain't the Messiah? The first thing they're going to say is he's not from the tribe of Judah. He's not matching up. His skin color is the wrong color. And the first thing to observe is he wrote a book about I can unlock the 7th seal. And you got on a pair of eyeglasses. What you gonna unlock without them glasses on? You got to go and get your eyes checked, but you can cure blindness. Don't chase the skin color. Look at the obvious. You got on glasses.
You can hear the blind.
We got a man here who hasn't seen it and he's reaching around. Yo, it's crazy.
All right, let's get one more. Hebrews 11, 1 through 3. About him being on the right hand of the Father.
Where was he ever on the cross?
Yeah, crucified for his people. See, you see how all the questions start unraveling once you start piecing together who the Messiah is and who he ain't? You feel me? So you gotta be able to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you run around here claiming somebody else is the Messiah other than Jesus of Nazareth, then the burden of proof is on you. You feel me? You gotta prove that. We can go all through the Torah and Tanakh and prove that the Messiah, Jesus of Nazareth, is the Messiah.
That's right.
We can prove that. Line upon line, precept upon precept. What we can't prove, or don't even got a point on the board, is anybody else that can't claim. Nobody. Whether it be Farrakhan or Elijah Muhammad or whoever. Barack Obama.
That's
But they were saying he was the Messiah when he was elected. People was crying.
Calling them the faith.
Dream fulfilled. Huh? We're going to Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11. 1 through 3. And then we got to get Isaiah 53. That drives the nail in the coffin.
Right. Yeah. Someday.
Yeah, Hebrews 11, 1 through 3. Everywhere we went in the Old Testament points to Jesus the Christ 2,000 years ago. And there is no multiple or more than 2 times of him showing up.
That's right.
No third
coming in.
Ain't no third coming, 4th, 5th, 6th, none of that. He was birthed, he as a sacrifice, he died, he was put up for 3 days and 3 nights, resurrected, ascended on high until he get orders from on high to make his enemies his footstool. You feel me? So he was birthed and then he returned. That's 2 times. And ain't no you coming back and being born in a future generation and dying from prostate cancer. It don't work like that.
That violates Hebrews 9:27. For
Yeah.
it is appointed for every man to die once. And then it's the judge. You
So-
came down on the cross and then down in Florida too. That's 2 times.
All right, let's get this. Hebrews chapter 11, 1 through 3. Read Isaiah 9:2. Unto us a son is born. All that. All that. So many scriptures that talk about the Messiah. He's the mystery of the scriptures. When he resurrected, he opened up his disciples' mind to understand. See what David was talking about over there? That's me. See what Moses was talking about over there? That's all me. They knew, okay, there you go. Got it. He's the mystery that unlocks the scripture. Without the testimony of the Messiah,